the night we buried my husband of 41 years. The funeral director took me out onto the porch, looked over both shoulders like a man scared of his own shadow, and whispered words I will hear in my nightmares till the day I die. Linda, whatever you do, don't drink the coffee your children just poured for you. Tommy didn't die of a heart attack. He left proof sewn inside his funeral suit, and he said, "You're next." My name is Linda Marie Grayson. I'm 63 years old. Born and raised in Cedar Creek, Ohio, just outside Dayton. Folks round here still leave their doors unlocked and wave when they pass on the road. I thought I had the quietest, safest life a woman could ask for. A little white house with green shutters, a husband who called me Linda Lou, even when my hair turned gray. 2 beautiful children and 4 grandbabies who light up every room they walk into. 3 days ago, I was a wife. Tonight, I'm hiding in a motel off Route 35 with a loaded shotgun across my knees. Praying the boy I carried 9 months doesn't come through that door to finish what he started. Let me take you back to the very beginning. Because that's how these stories always start, isn't it? With love. Tommy Grayson asked me to marry him on August 24, 1982, under the big maple tree behind the high school football field. He didn't have a ring yet, just a piece of red tractor twine he'd tied in a bow. He got down on one knee in the dirt and said, "Linda Lou, I ain't got much, but everything I ever will have is yours." I cried so hard I couldn't even say yes. I just nodded till he slipped that silly twine on my finger. 2 years later, we bought the little farm on Elm Avenue with a VA loan and a whole lot of faith. Michael came first in '84, screaming loud enough to wake the cows. Ashley followed in '87, quiet and wide-eyed, clutching my thumb like she already knew the world could hurt. We weren't rich, but we were happy. Tommy farmed and fixed tractors for extra money. I waitressed at Millie's Diner and kept the books for half the county. Sundays we sat in the same pew at Cedar Creek Baptist. Michael on my left, Ashley on my right, Tommy's big calloused hand wrapped around mine. After church, we'd eat fried chicken on the porch and watch the kids chase lightning. Bugs till bedtime. Those were the golden days, the ones you think will last forever. They don't. Michael grew up tall and serious, always reading law books under the covers with a flashlight. He put himself through Ohio State and became the youngest partner at Baker and Sons in Dayton. Ashley was softer, wanted to help people. She worked double shifts at Mercy Hospital to become an RN. Met a nice doctor named Ryan. Gave us 2 beautiful grandbabies, Emma and Little. Luke. On the outside, everything looked perfect. But Tommy started noticing things, little things at first. Michael buying a brand new BMW cash when he told us the firm was tightening belts. Ashley and Ryan moving into a $500,000 house in Springboro on a nurse's salary and a resident's pay. The kids coming over more often, asking strange questions about life insurance, about the farm value, about whether Tommy and I had updated our wills lately. Tommy would sit at the kitchen table after they left, rubbing his chest like it hurt. "Something ain't right, Linda Lou," he'd say. "Kids don't act like that unless they need something bad." I told him he was being paranoid. That's what love does, makes you blind. Then came the vitamins. Christmas 2023. Ashley showed up with fancy bottles from some online company. "Mom, Dad, these will keep your heart strong. One every morning with orange juice." Tommy hated taking pills, but he loved his little girl. He started swallowing them like a good daddy. By February, he was tired all the time, said his chest felt heavy. Doctor ran tests, said mild arrhythmia, nothing to worry about. Gave him new blood pressure medicine. Tommy filled the prescription, but Ashley kept bringing over those special vitamins. March came. Tommy started locking his office door at night, said he was working on year-end taxes for the neighbors. I'd hear him typing till 2, 3 in the morning. When I'd knock, he'd say, "Go back to bed, baby." Just finishing up, I should have known. April 11th, 2025. I came home from book club at the library. The house was quiet except for the hum of the refrigerator. I called for Tommy, no answer. Found him slumped over his desk, reading glasses crooked, cold coffee beside him. I screamed so loud, the neighbor's dog started barking 2 farms over. Paramedics said massive heart attack, instant, no pain. I believed them. Lord help me, I believed them. The wake was standing room only. Michael stood at the casket like a soldier, shaking every hand. Ashley sang "It Is Well" till her voice cracked. I floated through it all in a fog of black dresses and casserole dishes. After the burial, everybody came back to the house. Ashley brewed coffee. Michael poured me a big mug and set 2 little white pills beside it. "Mom, you need sleep," he said. "Doctor gave us these for you. Stronger than over the counter." I was reaching for the mug when Mr. Whitaker, our funeral director for 30 years, appeared in the doorway looking like he'd seen a ghost. "Linda, porch, now." That's when he told me. That's when he handed me Tommy's note. I read it once under the porch light and felt the world tilt sideways. My babies, my own babies. I walked back inside smiling the weakest smile of my life. Ashley was stirring sugar into my coffee. Michael watched the mug like it held the winning lottery numbers. "Be right back, sweethearts," I said. "Gotta use the ladies' room." I locked the door, poured that coffee straight down the sink, and climbed out the window like I was 16 again. Barefoot, heart pounding, I ran through the wet grass to the barn. The red Ford tractor sat in the corner like it had for 30 years. I ripped the seat open with my fingernails. There it was, tiny black flash drive, taped inside with duct tape and love. I stuffed it in my bra and drove away in my old Buick without even a purse. That was 3 nights ago. I'm at the Deer Creek Motel now, room 12, paying $39 cash a night to a lady who doesn't ask questions. Bought a 10-year-old laptop at Walmart with 20s so they can't trace it. I've watched every file on that drive till my eyes burned. There's video, grainy but clear enough. Tommy must have set up a wildlife camera in his office. Ashley in her blue scrubs at 5:14 a.m., measuring clear liquid from a tiny vial into his favorite John Deere mug. Michael on the phone 2 weeks ago saying, "The life insurance just went up to $1.8 million plus the farm. Once they're both gone, we're clear. Debts paid, new life." There are bank records, hundreds of thousands missing. Casino withdrawals. Loan shark texts saved in a hidden folder. There are voice recordings of my children talking about me like, "I'm already in the ground. She's trusting. She'll take the pills. Potassium chloride injection if the pills are too slow. Same as Dad, just bigger dose." After the funeral, we stage a fall down the cellar stairs. Elderly widow, grief, no questions. I sat on that lumpy motel bed and cried until there was nothing left but dry heaves. How do you accept that the children you sang to sleep, the ones you bandaged knees for, the ones you cheered at graduation, are planning your murder for money? I called Sheriff Danny Miller at 3 a.m. He's known me since he was 8. Used to mow our lawn for $5 and 2 oatmeal cookies. His voice cracked when I told him. He met me at the truck stop diner on Route 35 with 2 state detectives before the sun came up. They took the flash drive. They took my statement. They told me to stay hidden. Michael and Ashley filed a missing person report the next day. Told everyone. Mom had a grief-induced breakdown and checked herself into a facility. Posted my picture all over Facebook with crying emojis. Half the town is praying for poor Ashley and Michael. Those sweet kids left behind by both parents now. I watch it all on this cracked laptop screen and feel like I'm dying a second time. Yesterday, Danny called. They got warrants. They're ready to arrest both of them. But they need me to come in and identify voices on the recordings. They promised protection, safe house, the works. Tonight I have to decide. Do I stay dead to the world and let them rot in prison without ever looking them in the eye? Or do I walk back into that little white house on Elm Avenue one last time? sit across from the children I would have died for, and ask the only question left: why wasn't my love enough? I keep replaying memories like old home movies. Michael at 6, losing his first tooth, running to show me the gap-toothed grin. Ashley at 4, falling asleep on Tommy's chest while he read her Goodnight Moon. The day Michael graduated law school, hugging us so tight I thought my ribs would crack. Ashley's wedding, dancing with her daddy while I cried happy tears into my champagne. Where did it go wrong? When did love turn to greed? Was it the gambling? The drugs Michael hides so well? Was it Ryan leaving Ashley and the shame of those big house payments? Or were they always capable of this, and I just never saw the darkness because the light was too bright? I'm leaving the motel at dawn. Danny will have deputies waiting. I'm going to put on the same black dress I wore to Tommy's funeral, walk into that police station, and sign whatever papers they need. Then I'm going home. I'm going to sit at my own kitchen table, brew a pot of coffee with my own hands, and wait for them to come looking for their missing mother. I want to see their faces when the handcuffs click. I want to hear them try to explain to the babies. I rocked how Grandma and Papa weren't enough, and when it's all over, when the trial is done and the sentences are read, I'm going to plant 2 red maple trees in the front yard, one for Tommy, one for the mother I used to be, because some part of me died the day I learned the truth. But another part, the part Tommy loved bigger than the sky, is still fighting. Pray for me tomorrow, friends. Pray for this broken-hearted mama who has to bury her children while they still breathe. And whatever you do in this life, please, please, don't drink the coffee your kids just made you. If you followed Linda's journey from grief to devastating revelation, this story of betrayal, maternal love, and iron resolve demands you look closer at the shadows. What would you do to survive? If Linda's struggle resonated with you, and if you appreciate raw, realistic storytelling that looks beneath the surface, please consider supporting this journey. Like this story, share it with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss the next story of survival.